throb with the memory of God, that causes a music which leaves no room for your seeking help of outward music at all.
Mr. Abbas Jah from Croydon. He says, I have traveled between different countries within a period of a short time.
Yes.
Now I am very much confused about my future. What can I do now to release myself out of this stress?
This question is asked in generalities, while if you want a personal advice, you should seek interview or write to me in detail. What have you been looking for during your travels to different countries of the world, and why are you disappointed by finding not the object of your travel? Why not discovering the object of your travel? So if I know the whole case as such, only then I can be in a position to advise you, not otherwise.
Mr. Giorgio D'Souza, who is from Italy. He's an insurance clerk. You must go to Mecca once in a lifetime, but they will not let you go. What do you do then?
Nothing. If any insurance company can help us, I would welcome that. You see, to desire to go to Mecca based on Allah's words mentioned in the Holy Quran is a religious desire which is fully appreciated by Allah. But at the same time, Allah has mentioned it in the Holy Quran that if you do not find the passage clear, then you cannot force your entry. Then keep away from it. And we are following that advice. For all Ahmadis who face this problem of not being given permission to visit Mecca during Hajj days, if they follow this advice because of the Quranic advice that you should not force your passage, then wherever they are, their Hajj is virtually accepted by Allah as having been performed. This is our belief. Thank you.
There's also another question from Mr. D'Souza. What is the relationship between Jesus Christ and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad?
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad claims to be a spiritual representative of Jesus Christ, following the same attitude in life, which debunked force and coercion in the name of religion. That is the spirit of Christianity. That should be the spirit of Christianity, which was taught by Jesus, which was not practiced by the earlier Jewish prophets, unfortunately. If you are coerced, if you are beaten in the name of God, try to show patience. And if you are stuck on one cheek, offer the other one as well. In this way of your sacrifice, you can win more hearts than with the help of sword. This exactly is happening to Ahmadiyyat under Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, and so we believe that he was true in his claim that he is a spiritual true spiritual representative of Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Zakia Abu Bakr, who is a student at Y College. What is the difference between a Messiah and a prophet?
Already I have described it. Prophets are so many, but each all of those prophets were not called messiahs because of this difference which I have been pointing out. A Messiah teaches a supreme sacrifice in the name of religion, while other prophets were given permission by Allah to defend themselves with sword if a sword was raised against them. So Messiahhood lies in this central attitude of supreme sacrifice, While if you raise sword against sword, it is permissible, but abstain from doing it. This is Messiahhood, which differentiates it from prophethoods otherwise.
A question from Mr. Mumtaz Khan from London Park Hotel.
Hotel?
I think that's where he works. That's what
You are working there?
No, he is living.
Residing temporarily?
Yeah, temporary. He is from Pakistan.
That's what I mean. He's
Yes.
temporarily residing in some hotel here.
Yeah, he doesn't know
A visitor from Pakistan, huh? And he doesn't know English?
Yes. No.
So how can he understand me if he doesn't understand English? Because this is an English-speaking meeting. Such guests should have been invited who knew English and who could phrase their questions in English language and understand my answer in English. So unfortunately, you have troubled him unnecessarily. Only now the gentleman who has brought him with him, he is responsible for translating all my answers into Urdu and make him understand. Thank you.
There are about 4 questions left.
Yes.
Yes. This question is from Mr. Chiaro, who asked
Mr. Chiaro?
Yes.
Yes.
He asked some questions before. Does the third world have a moral obligation to pay its debt to the Western world?
Of course it has. Contracts are contracts, whether right or wrong. When they make a contract with the Western world, whatever the nature of that contract be, if they do it of their volition, then they're bound to follow that contract to practice. I mean, there is no other moral obligation than to fulfill that contract. Thank you.
Mr. Isa Wema, who is a lecturer in management and accounting from Peckham. Promised Messiah ﷺ claimed divine guidance in establishing the Ahmadiyya Jamaat.
Yes.
Can the same be said about those who founded the other 72 sects in Islam?
You can ask them and they will tell you no. None of those sects were founded by a message, direct message to their leader by Allah. So this thing can be verified from them themselves. Ask anybody except for Shias. They claim that their beginning is authenticated by Allah's word. But that has to be subjected to some scrutiny, of course. As far as all the Sunni sects are concerned, none can claim that Allah or a divine person from Allah who had heard this word from Allah to institute a new organization in Islam will be found among the Sunni sects. Not one.
Question which may be similar from Mr. Hassan Ali from Somalia. I came to know that the Ahmadiyya Jamaat was introduced some 100 years ago. If this is correct, then where was Ahmadiyya 400 years ago?
They were 1400 years ago in the form of the Muslims who followed Hadhrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In fact, the word Ahmadiyya was made only to indicate that this sect is called a sect by the rest of the Muslims, but to identify them, the word Ahmadiyya Muslim should be applied to this sect. But Hadhrat Masih Maud, their founder, did not call it a sect. That is one thing which people generally don't understand and don't need to understand. Hadhrat Masih Maud called this Jamaat Ahmadiyya a Jamaat. And Jamaat is not a sect. So he called his followers Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat.